What is going on YouTube? It's Mesa Sean bringing you my subjective but just trying to be objective opinion as always. And we're once again back at it with some Battlefield Hardline. So when a new title comes out, I always like to give you my first impressions video and then do a follow-up video once I've played it through a while. So I definitely have some good feedback and some more comments and things I want to address. One in particular is seeing a lot of talk on Twitter and in other YouTube videos and so forth, forums, stuff like that. A lot of people in the Battlefield community talking about that it's kind of ridiculous that this is going to be a full $69, full title release and everything. I have my own opinions on that, and we'll get to that in a second. But first, just talk about the gameplay real quick. So we're playing some Blood Money in the background like my previous video, and I really like it how it's a take on Capture the Flag, except I hated Capture the Flag in other first-person shooter games. I mainly hated it because you get the flag and then the entire enemy team knows where you are because you're showing up on the map and they're all going to chase you and kill you. Whereas, their take on this, is pretty cool. And if you don't know already, it's, Blood Money is cops versus robbers. Each one of you has a vault. There's the money that I'm looking at right there as I get taken out. And it's basically who can get the money from the center pile of cash to their vault and get $5 million for the other team. But what's cool about it is that it's a take on Capture the Flag in that, you have multiple stealing, various amounts of money and trying to get back, and then they drop money, and then you could, kill people and then pick up their money, and then let's say, the one team gets a boatload of money back to their vault, you and a couple of your mates can go raid their vault and take all the money that they took back. So, for me, it definitely was a refreshing, interesting twist on the whole Capture the Flag thing, specifically for someone like me who hated Capture the Flag. So if you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button and stay a while. But if you're new to my channel, just give a quick background. I've just been a Call of Duty player forever. Then I discovered Killzone. Then I discovered Blacklight Retribution. And I'm totally open that there are other games besides Call of Duty. So this actually is my first Battlefield experience, okay? And, one of the things I definitely realized is that this game takes more gun skill. I do a lot of burst firing, and I'm still horrible at this game. I'm lucky to go positive sometimes, if not just break even, But, I'm totally not used to vehicles being involved in this. And, that, kind of was the same thing with Destiny that threw me off a little bit. And that, for me, being a non-Battlefield player was annoying a lot of times. Because say, like one of the vaults you're trying to get your money to, some guys will just sit there and camp with an armored vehicle with a turret and just wait for people to come back to their vault and just waste people the whole time. So for me that was kind of annoying, but I definitely liked the gunplay. It definitely felt like it took more skill. I like the whole health meter thing and reviving teammates as well as putting out. I pretty much was just playing, I forgot what you name him, but the guy that drops the medic packs all the time. It was pretty cool. And another thing I like about this mode when I was looking at other Battlefield videos and so forth is that this seems like a good mode to rank up like pretty fast in terms of kills, in terms of challenges, in terms of whatever you need to do to unlocks, compared to some of the other I guess game modes that I was watching in Battlefield 4. You can definitely unlock a lot of things, but my overall take would be that this is kind of like a gateway drug to Battlefield. I kind of look at it as like with the whole Apple thing. All right, to me, iPhones and iPads are gateway drugs to MacBooks and iMacs and all that stuff. So I remember when I got my first iPad, I had to have an iPhone, and then once I got so used to iOS, and I was like, well, if these things work so well, I got to see what it's like to have a MacBook. And then I just became obsessed, and I've been only on Macs for the last 4 or 5 years. So the way I look at it is this game, and this is going to go to the topic of should this be a standalone game, should it just be an expansion, because that's basically what I hear on Twitter and as well as in other videos, is that, this shouldn't be a full-fledged 60 whatever plus game, and it should just be an expansion pack for, $15 to $30. But here's the way I look at it. I think this can appeal to people who are not familiar with the franchise. Now, from what I understand, the gunplay and what I'm experiencing right now with Battlefield Hardline is pretty much just like Battlefield 4, and I think that's why people are saying this should just be an expansion. But I think we haven't even tipped the iceberg as to what we're going to see when this fully comes out. Now, this is just, 2 game modes we're getting here. We get Heist and we get Blood Money. I'm really curious, and I'm tweaked. This game has gotten me tweaked as a non-Battlefield player to want to buy the full version when it comes out. It makes me want to see, well, what are the other game modes going to be like? Because now that I like the gunplay and I find the game is actually fun, and if I like these 2 game modes, well, what are the other game modes going to be like? What's a domination going to be like? What's I don't know, a search and destroy? I don't know what the other game modes that Battlefield has. I just don't know because I'm not a Battlefield player. But I think I think it should be a standalone game, and I'm definitely going to buy it when it comes out. I mean, would it be cool if it was an expansion pack for Battlefield 4 players? Yeah, that probably would make sense, because if you're a diehard Battlefield fan, you probably feel gypped. I don't know. I can't speak from that perspective. I'm just speaking from a perspective of not being a Battlefield fan from before, and now this is making me a Battlefield fan, and it makes me interested in picking up this full-fledged title, because I'm really curious as to, well, if it's this much fun in these two game modes, well, what other game modes are we going to get? What other maps are we going to get? One of the reasons why I steered clear of Battlefield 4 was because I just always compared it to Call of Duty. When I play Call of Duty, I want a first-person military shooter, and how did I get killed and not kill anyone there? I was spraying, just spraying and praying. But I stayed away from Battlefield 4 and played Call of Duty because when it comes to Call of Duty, I want a militaristic first-person shooter, whether it's modern or semi-modern, the year 2025 in Black Ops 2, or Ghost, where whatever time frame it is, even though I don't really enjoy Ghost. That's why I'm not too crazy about Advanced Warfare coming out, because it looks too much like it's going to be like a Titanfall game, but that's a whole other topic. But, when I play a militaristic first-person shooter, that's what I expect. I play Killzone for the futuristic stuff. I play Destiny for, just living in that fantasy land. So I really think that this game and this game mode, which does these types of game modes with the whole cops and robbers thing, could get people from Call of Duty to come over and try this game. That's really what these companies are all about. I mean, they're all really trying to grab Call of Duty market share. I mean, let's face it, especially Battlefield. Because I remember when Ghost and Battlefield 4 was coming out, I mean, every single time I would watch a YouTube video, there'd be some sort of Battlefield 4 promo in it. And I know they really pushed it, and I don't really follow the news on Battlefield 4, but it seems like it wasn't not nearly as a success as I guess they anticipated. But at the same time, Ghosts, I mean, pretty much in the Call of Duty community, has kind of been a failure. I mean, I don't know the actual units, but I know it definitely sold way less units than Black Ops 2, and I know that it also, has a much lower player count. I mean, at some points there was way more people still playing on past gen Xbox 360 and PS3 playing Black Ops 2 than on Ghosts on both next and old gen consoles. So, who knows? So overall, I mean, I'm excited to see what other game modes and what other maps are going to come out, and to me, it's not going to be a game that's going to compete with Call of Duty, because it's its own thing. It's its own theme. It's cops and robbers. It's, I guess modern day, present day. That really appeals to me. And that's basically it. I'm definitely going to pick this game up. So anyway, guys, that's it. I'm out of here. Please like this video if you enjoyed the content, and please share it. It really does help me out a lot. If you disliked it, you can please dislike it, but leave me that comment why. And if you want to see more, kindly subscribe. And that's it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks.